Huh?
I felt so disconnected from you tonight. It was so strange for me. It was odd. You were the only person who wasn't coming up to me like being like lovey and like, why couldn't we do that like everyone else was?
I kissed you more than anybody kissed their woman tonight.
This isn't will they or won't they? This is I know they won't, and I know I don't want them to.
Hey everyone, did you know that Love is Blind? Season 6? Or is it? Spoiler alert, it's not. It's not blind. At least it's not blind for Jimmy and Chelsea. Not only do they struggle with the whole appearance part, but there's no love. Instead, you get two confused, incompatible, desperate people who can't give each other what they want. If you don't know the show's concept, it's basically an extended version of speed dating where you talk to different people over the course of 10 days and you don't get to see what they look like. They put everyone in these things called pods, which are just rooms, and believe me, you're gonna see this overhead shot way too many times. Everyone wastes no time in throwing the word love around. Jimmy falls in love with two different women. Chelsea falls in love with two different men. It's actually kind of terrifying how all of these grown adults think they understand what it takes to fully love someone after just talking to them for a few days through a wall. Anyway, instead of recapping everything at once, today we're just gonna focus on Jimmy and Chelsea. These two were pretty much doomed from the start, but I think a good spot to pinpoint the beginning of their downfall is when she said she's been told she looks like Megan Fox. Jimmy gets very excited about this, and that might have been the thing that confirmed it in his mind that Chelsea was the one.
Do you ever get told you look like a celebrity?
Yeah,
Do you?
I do.
I do too. All the time on the plane, I get one person. And it's just because I have dark hair and blue eyes.
Ooh.
Ooh, gonna have to write that one down for my Love is Blind love interest database I got going on here. It's crazy because you know they all have little notebooks with each page having a different person's name and all the information they've learned about them so they can remember all the reasons that they love them. It's tough work trying to fall in love with multiple people through a wall within 10 days. How are you supposed to keep track of everything? It's funny that Chelsea is the one who asks him the question, and even though he says yes, she doesn't ask which celebrity he looks like at all. I'm curious. It seems like she didn't really have an interest in his answer and just wanted to bring up the Megan Fox thing.
I don't even know if it's MGK's wife or his girlfriend.
Megan Fox? You saying you look like Megan Fox?
Listen,
can we get married?
buddy. What'd you say?
Oh, geez. Look at how this dude's face lit up when she said that. I think this is the happiest he's ever been. Also, she definitely knew Megan Fox's name. Why did she say MGK's wife? If people are telling her that she looks like Megan Fox all the time, is that what they're saying? You look like MGK's wife? That's how you're gonna refer to Megan Fox? We're talking about someone who's in Transformers with Shia LaBeouf. Anyway, right now, Chelsea is also interested in this guy, Trevor, who a lot of people seem to really like. Personally, I thought he was being fake pretty much immediately and was just saying whatever people wanted to hear, and then he delivered this line.
It almost seems like she was brought here just like for me, and she's fucking weird. Like, I need a weird person.
But I still thought that Chelsea had more chemistry with the version of Trevor that he was presenting. It was very sad when she broke his heart because we had to see him attempt to fake cry.
Well, I don't want to walk out there crying, so...
Well, it's a good thing you're not crying, so you don't have to worry about that.
Because I always had like my fixations on, you know, ethnic men.
All right, what is going on? Let's get back on track here. Like I said earlier, Jimmy claims that he's also in love with another woman on the show named Jessica, and it's really bizarre how people on this show will be talking about their future with multiple different people as if they're not gonna have to break it off with one of them at the end. Instead of just being normal and treating the whole thing like you're just dating a few different people and then at the end deciding who you like the most, everyone's just falling head over heels in love with whoever they have a slight infatuation with.
Oh, and we have wine.
Is this not the coolest thing?
This is the coolest thing.
Love is wine.
Love is wine.
I want to take this home, put it in our living room.
In our living room. I missed you.
Oh my god, did you just say our living room? Yeah, that's right. I'm a completely insane person who talks about moving in with people 3 days after I met them. It's just the kind of guy I am.
What's an average day look like for you?
I wake up in the morning.
Oh my god, same.
I'll go downstairs and make a cup of coffee because I'm a better person.
I like how he's just staring at the ceiling, I guess intently trying to imagine what her morning routine looks like. Everyone is so dramatic on this show, even when they're just having a basic surface level conversation like what does your morning routine look like? They get super excited about the tiniest coincidences and give in to this bizarre childlike infatuation. This whole show has been giving me flashbacks to my middle school relationships. I feel like I probably would have related to it a lot then. Back when dating someone meant you'd walk by them in the hall and just say hi and then giggle nervously and walk away.
What is your social media following like? Like, it's funny, but like also What is it?
Like, it's funny, but also at the very same exact time, it's not funny at all, and I'm not laughing. You need to remember that I have a daughter, so I'm not just looking for a partner, I'm looking for a father. I'm looking for a mature man. So do you TikTok or what? Anyway, let's get back to Jimmy and Chelsea now.
You're so mysterious to me, but you're not.
All right.
What do you mean I'm mysterious?
Like, your facial expressions and like when you're annoyed, like what's the face you make? Or like when I cry or say something, like are you like, might just be because I can't see your face.
Yeah, that's probably why. That's the show, actually. That's the whole concept of the show. Maybe I could get the producers to just move this stupid nether portal already. That's the thing, is a lot of the time they're just sitting around imagining what they look like, and then after a while you start to realize, wow, looks matter a hell of a lot for some of these people. Why are they on this show?
I know choosing you would be a fun life, just a life of adventure. I'd get to travel.
I could like picture it just now.
No way.
Me too.
Like everything you just said is exactly what I want.
Honestly, Jimmy, you have exceeded my expectations. I have never met a guy like you, a guy who likes to travel and watch movies. I know that fate has placed us in these pods for a reason, and it wasn't just to embarrass ourselves on TV. It's because we were meant to be together. Maybe. I'm also talking to this dude named Trevor. He likes The Notebook. Also, he likes to travel.
I think that sounds like the most amazing life together. I couldn't paint a better picture.
Okay.
I couldn't even describe it.
Okay, now
better
let's
than you
just take it
did.
easy, all right?
And for me-
Jeez, this is perfect. I couldn't even imagine a more perfect thing. We are going to love each other more than two people have ever loved each other in the history of the world. Actually, no, the history of the universe. Even if there's an alien intelligence out there that is so much higher than us that they can love more deeply than we can possibly understand, our love surpasses even that. But also, like, Trevor is pretty cool too, so we'll see what happens with Trevor.
You're really special.
Oh my god, he just said she's special.
This is
What about Jessica? Is she special too?
exactly
How many people are special?
what I came here for.
Spoiler alert, it's a disaster. It falls apart very quickly. It's actually staggeringly fast. I remember when I was in middle school, there was a girl and a boy that were dating, and they told one of the teachers they were a couple, and he basically said, you guys are too young, you don't know enough about yourselves yet. I feel like I could say the same thing to a lot of people on this show, and they're like 30.
You are everything I've ever wanted in my entire life.
Alright, you might want to save a few things to say to him in the future. Jeez. In my opinion, it's impossible to know if someone is everything you've ever wanted in your life if you've never interacted with them in person yet. I was about to say they're just in the honeymoon phase, but they're not even there yet. They're just getting to know each other. Keep in mind, both of them are still considering other people at this point. Anyway, we're gonna quickly jump to Trevor and Chelsea now.
You don't have fears that like if we see each other you don't like me?
Well, that's what the experiment is. Like, I'm not scared of that. Because I love you.
I think I might lose my mind. This is literally only episode 3. It's not like there's been a whole lot of time for them to talk, and they only spend 10 days total in these pods anyway. And both of them have scheduled dates with other people at this point as well.
Yeah. I love you.
Yeah, that's right. I love you. I said it. I love you. Now, I don't believe this guy at all. I think it's all just part of the manipulation, and he got the exact reaction he wanted from her. Any normal person would be like, dude, that's weird. Why are you saying that to me? We just met. I know we're getting along. I know we might have some chemistry, but take it easy. But an immature person would be like, oh my god, it's so sweet. I can't believe it. Oh my god.
Yeah. I love you.
He's spinning you a web of lies.
I was thinking that this whole time.
Yeah, I've been thinking that this whole time. Literally this entire time. Since the moment you opened your mouth to say a word, I was thinking about using this to manipulate you.
How do you feel that I said that?
I wish you knew how I feel. That makes me...
Oh, she froze. Oh my god, Trevor, if you only knew how that makes me feel, you'd be like all happy and stuff because it feels good. This is so hard to decide. I mean, you like to travel and you like movies, but Jimmy likes to travel. Jimmy also likes movies. And Jimmy said he can run fast and he brings brownies to lunch, so I'm probably gonna sit with him at lunch today. On the other hand, Matthew is on the football team and he is so cute, and I'm thinking of asking him to homecoming. Wait a minute, I'm 30 years old.
I'm gonna pass out.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, do you pee in the shower? He said, yes. I said, same. I pee in the pool and I pee in the shower.
You pee in the pool?
Yes.
Okay, so it's getting to be the time where everyone has to make a decision, and Jessica tells Jimmy how she feels, and he says he can't tell her what she wants to hear right now because of how he feels about Chelsea. At first, she seems really understanding about it. She's like, yeah, do what you need to do to be happy, but then it turns real quick.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like this.
Oh, shit.
Like, at all. You're torn between me and somebody else. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're feeling.
Well, she said she looked like Megan Fox, and you didn't say what you looked like, so I guess that's where my head is right about now. Maybe if you could, like, slip a selfie under the door or under the nether portal or something.
I know what you wanted here, and I want to say that, but it's unfair for me to even say anything to you about how I feel if I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be on a knee for you.
So I don't really think there's anything wrong with what he said right there. It's much better than just telling her what she wants to hear. But she has a huge issue with what he said, and her response doesn't really make any sense. I think she's just upset that he doesn't feel the same way or didn't say the same thing.
Well, that's absolute literal blasphemy, and I don't agree with that, because I told you how I felt, knowing good and well, and I'm still okay with the fact that you might not feel the same way.
Exactly, so what's the issue here? I'm confused. So she says that if she told him her feelings, she would be okay with him not feeling the same way, but then she told him her feelings and he didn't feel the same way, and she said it was blasphemy. I mean, I get that she's upset he's choosing someone else, but they're all aware that that's a possibility going into it. At least he's not leading both of them on at this point and lying to her.
I have very strong feelings for you, and I want you to know that.
Alright, well, never mind. Disregard some of what I just said. Dude, you're about to commit to somebody else. Why is it important for Jessica to know that you have strong feelings for her? What point does that serve anymore? Either be polite and break it off, or otherwise stop beating around the bush. She's right.
You don't think that I've got my point across every time we're in the pod together about how I feel about you? How I feel about you goes without saying.
Alright, what is this guy even doing now? For some reason, he's trying to reassure her about his feelings, but what is the point of this if he's picking somebody else? Hey, you know, I really liked you a lot and we had a great connection, and that goes without saying. In fact, me saying that goes without saying, so I don't even know why I said that, but I'm picking someone else. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. I do have strong feelings for you, and I love you. No, I don't love you, but I think we could totally grow old together and be happy forever. But also, I can't really tell you what you want to hear right now.
Your feelings for anyone, especially me, never go without saying, because it does not go without saying. I can't believe you just said that to me. How I think the way I feel about you goes without saying. How am I supposed to know how you feel about me if you don't say it?
Oh yeah. So then Jessica storms out, and now Jimmy and Chelsea can finally have their moment, and boy is it a moment. In my opinion, they had virtually no chemistry in the pods, and this gets even worse in person. Their relationship is very uncomfortable to watch. Since both of them were torn between two different people, it's not like they chose each other with overwhelming certainty. Jimmy basically said, well, I like Jessica, but Chelsea doesn't have any kids, and she said she looks like Megan Fox, so I'm gonna go with her. Their reasons for choosing each other are not nearly as profound as they desperately want to believe.
It's been a long time since I've felt this way about someone, but I love you, Chelsea.
Weird. Oh my god, first Trevor said I love you, and then Jimmy said I love you. I wonder which one of them is going to ask me to prom. But wait a minute, I don't have a dress. I gotta get a dress. Oh man, I have so much to do this week. I have a social studies test on Friday. Oh, there she goes.
Holy shit.
Oh man, I don't know what to say about this.
Please say something.
Like,
Alright, that's not exactly helpful. So now comes the part where Jimmy proposes, and I feel like this show would be a lot less terrifying if they weren't expected to just get married right away. I mean, that's crazy. But man, they go at this with full confidence. It's like they've never even heard of the idea of a failed marriage before. Like, oh, as soon as you're in love through a wall, everything's perfect forever.
I want to know if you'll meet me at the altar in your white dress.
oh my gosh.
This is painful when you know what's about to happen. I mean, I'm sure it's painful to watch in general, but in my opinion, as soon as they meet in person, you can just tell something is off. I don't think he's really that into her, and he definitely thinks that she lied about the Megan Fox thing. I mean, he actually says that. To be fair to her, she only said that other people have told her that and that she doesn't see it, but also, why would you set the expectations like that?
I can't run.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez. From the first moment when she makes whatever this face is, things are really awkward and unnatural between them. She compliments his looks, but he doesn't really say as much back, and he kind of mumbles a few things. I'm unsure of what he even means by some of what he says.
You like my tats?
Dude, I gotta look at these. I actually like thought that you were lying to me for a little bit because I got in my head about.
You're surprised I'm not tattooed from.
Yeah, not that, but like other things.
Oh, God. So he says that he thought she might have lied to him, and then she's like, oh, about the tattoos? And he's like, no, not about that, other stuff. So what other stuff? I feel like he really just wants to come out and say, you do not look like Megan Fox. Anyway, that is the end of this video, but we will pick up right where we left off very shortly, don't worry. And also, for those who are members on my Patreon, I'm going to be posting a video there early next week. But yeah, thanks again, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we will continue this train wreck next time.
Well, that's what the experiment is. Like, I'm not scared of that. Because I love you.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!